Welcome to the world of Shintoism, considered the indigenous religion of Japan with its unique beliefs and practices, such as a reverence for kami, divine spirits inhabiting natural elements, and emphasizing purity through cleanliness. Shinto holds great cultural significance in Japan, shaping how Japanese people live and what they believe. In this video, we'll explore the history, culture, and impact of Shintoism in Japanese society. Shinto is a big part of Japan's identity and beliefs. It has a long history connected to old stories, customs, and how society works. It's all about respecting kami, which are like spirits living in nature, such as mountains and forests. People believe these kami can affect different parts of life. Shinto started a long time ago, so its beginning is a bit mysterious. Although historians disagree on when to start calling Shinto a separate religion, the worship of kami can be traced back to Japan's Yayoi period, 300 BC to AD 300. Buddhism came to Japan towards the end of the Kofun period, AD 300 to 538, and spread quickly. In the Meiji era, 1868 to 1912, Japan's nationalist leaders removed Buddhist influence from kami worship and created state Shinto, seen by some as the beginning of Shinto as a unique religion. Even experts cannot agree on what Shinto truly is or its origins. Shinto scholar Okada Changji suggests that the roots of Shinto can be found from the Yayoi to Kofun periods, but the exact time when a structured Shinto was established remains uncertain. In Japan's past, Shinto was closely linked with politics and society. Leaders said they were related to gods to show they had the right to rule. They also did Shinto ceremonies for things like making the country strong, getting help in wars, and honoring brave people who died. Important places like Ise Jingu and Izumo Taisha became really special for Shinto followers, following Japan's spiritual past. Shinto's ideas are also found in Japanese culture, like in traditional performances and ceremonies, where they use Shinto themes. Festivals called matsuri happen to mark seasons, harvests, and remember ancestors. These festivals bring people together with lively parades and gifts. Even though Shinto wasn't always popular, especially during a time called the Meiji era, when the government used it for nationalism, it's still around today. Millions of Japanese still practice it in different ways, like doing rituals at home or going to big shrines for ceremonies. In today's world, Shinto faces many tough challenges because society is changing a lot and the world is getting more connected. People are wondering how Shinto fits into modern Japan and the global community. One big problem is that fewer and fewer Japanese people are following Shinto beliefs and going to its ceremonies. As Japan becomes more industrialized and urbanized, traditional ways of practicing religion seem less important to many, especially younger people who are more interested in things that aren't spiritual. So, they don't go to Shinto events as much. The government stopped supporting Shinto like it used to. Before, Shinto was connected to the government and was used for political reasons. But after the war, this changed, and Shinto lost a lot of its power and money. Now, the government helps Shinto mostly with cultural matters, but it's not as involved in people's lives anymore. The world becoming more connected also makes things hard for Shinto. Ideas and beliefs from other places, like the West, are coming into Japan, and some people prefer them over traditional Shinto. This makes it harder for Shinto to stay important in society. Another problem is that some Shinto practices are becoming too focused on making money. Instead of being purely about spirituality, some shrines are turning into tourist spots or places for business events. This makes some people worry that Shinto is losing its authenticity and becoming too commercial. But even with all these challenges, Shinto is trying to change and stay relevant. Some people are teaching about Shinto's connection to nature, hoping to get more people interested. Others are using social media and events to reach out to younger generations and make Shinto more accessible. It's all about finding ways to keep Shinto alive in today's world. Shinto is the main religion of Japan. It's all about respecting kami, which are like nature's spirits or gods in everything around us, like animals, plants, and even things like wind and thunder. In Shinto, people believe that kami aren't just regular gods. They're the special, spiritual parts of nature. They could be big gods like the sun goddess Amaterasu, or smaller spirits, or even ancestors. Shinto teaches us to live peacefully with these kami and to show them thanks and respect. Purification is super important in Shinto. It's called misogi, It's about cleaning up both our bodies and spirits to stay in harmony with the kami and nature. People often wash their hands and mouths with water before going into a shrine. Sometimes, they even do special rituals like bathing or standing under waterfalls to cleanse their spirits before important ceremonies. Shinto ceremonies happen mostly at shrines, which are like special places for worshipping kami. These are the big shrines, like Ise Grand Shrine, and smaller ones scattered around Japan. During ceremonies, people offer food, sake, and other things to the kami to show gratitude, ask for blessings, or mark important events like weddings or harvests. Besides nature spirits, Shinto also pays respects to their ancestors, called sore. People believe that their ancestors still influence their lives even after they're gone, so they honor them with offerings and rituals, especially during big family moments like births or funerals. This shows how much family connections matter in Japanese culture. Overall, Shinto is all about loving nature, respecting ancestors, and keeping balance in life. Its beliefs and practices show how much Japanese people treasure the natural world and want to live in harmony with it. Shinto has a big impact on Japanese society, leaving a lasting impression on many parts of life like art, buildings, and festivals. In art, Shinto inspires Japanese artists to love and respect nature. A lot of famous artworks show calm scenes of nature like mountains and rivers, reflecting Shinto's love for the natural world. Also, traditional art often includes symbols of Shinto beliefs, like drawings of shrine gates and important gods, keeping the spiritual side of this old religion alive. In building things, Shinto is a big deal, especially in marking sacred sites. These special buildings, with their iconic gates and red wooden structures, are a clear sign of Japan's spiritual history. They're built to fit in with nature, blending in smoothly with their surroundings, and they're seen as places where the normal world and the spiritual world meet. When it comes to festivals, called matsuri, Shinto is all around, showing the lively spirit and respect for the divine that's a big part of Japanese culture. These festivals bring communities together to celebrate and honor the gods, from big national events to small local ones. Shinto events include lots of traditions like parades, music, dancing, and sharing food and drinks to show respect to the gods. Each festival is different, showing off the unique beliefs and customs of the area, all under the wide-reaching influence of Shinto. Overall, Shinto isn't just a religion. It's deeply woven into Japanese culture, affecting how people see the world and bringing communities together to appreciate nature, their ancestors, and each other. Through its impact on art, buildings, and festivals, Shinto adds a lively and colorful aspect to Japan's culture, giving people timeless wisdom and spiritual depth to connect with. Shinto has been crucial in keeping Japanese culture and traditions alive over time, acting as a glue that binds the Japanese people to their land, ancestors, and spiritual history. Shinto gives a solid base for understanding what it means to be Japanese, highlighting the importance of respecting nature, staying connected to the divine, and honoring ancestors. This deep tie to the land and its traditions has influenced Japanese customs, rituals, and values for centuries. Shinto ceremonies, festivals, and rituals have been passed down from one generation to the next, keeping a strong link to Japan's ancient past. By holding on to these traditions, Shinto has helped keep Japanese culture alive, making sure that ancient customs are still meaningful today. You can see Shinto's influence in all kinds of Japanese art, like paintings, sculptures, buildings, and performances. Artistic themes inspired by Shinto, such as depictions of kami, spirits, sacred landscapes, and ritual objects, have been really important in shaping Japanese art, showing how much Shinto has influenced both the spiritual and the cultural sides of Japan. Shinto rituals and festivals bring people together, creating a sense of community and solidarity among the Japanese. These shared experiences help strengthen cultural bonds and tighten connections within communities, which is a big part of keeping Japanese traditions alive. Shinto has had a hand in shaping Japan's sense of national identity, with its focus on respecting the emperor as a kind of divine leader and the mythical beginnings of the Japanese imperial family. Throughout history, Shinto has been mixed up with feelings of pride in being Japanese, helping to shape how Japanese people see themselves as a nation. In short, Shinto has been super important in preserving Japanese culture and traditions because it acts as a spiritual backbone that supports cultural identity keeps traditions going, inspires art, brings people together, and helps define what it means to be Japanese. By linking people to their past and spiritual origins, Shinto continues to be a powerful force in shaping Japanese society and safeguarding its rich cultural legacy. And that wraps up our video on Japan's indigenous religion, Shintoism. But there is a lot more about Shintoism that we did not cover in this video. If you want to learn more about Shintoism, you can watch more videos related to it, as well as share your thoughts and opinions in the comments section. That's all for right now. See you next time.